reviving now. If you care to be seated.
Thank you. Nurse Kane, while I'm here, I'd like to make an appointment for myself.
Oh, another victim! What seems to be the problem, Mrs.?
Pain. Ava, pain. It appears I have a cavity here. Every time I eat or drink something cold, I get a twinge there.
If you'll open wide, I'll take a look.
Is this what it all?
Plenty. It's like looking into the Grand Canyon. If she'd open any wider, I'd get vertigo. Oh, yes, I do see a little spot on that tooth you indicated.
I do hope I don't require another gold crown. I have 3 teeth crowned already.
I noticed, since they're specifically what I was hoping to find. I'm not the dentist, but I doubt if a crown is necessary at this time. I'll put you down for an appointment for a filling.
Thank you. Polly speaks so highly of Dr. Molar. She said he's a painless dentist and has such reasonable rates. That's why I wish to have him treat me.
Our patient's comfort is of the utmost importance to us. I administer a whiff of nitrous oxide before injecting a painkiller to numb the gum. You'll take a pleasant nap, and when you awaken, the procedure will be quite completed.
Wonderful. I wished I would have heard of Dr. Molar when I required these crowns.
Oh, Dr. Molar doesn't crown the teeth. He prefers to leave that to other dentists. He works exclusively on fillings.
Well, it appears I've required a number of those as well.
The more the merrier. We have a cancellation tomorrow at 1. I'll put you down for then.
That'll be fine.
Perhaps your friend Mrs. Dent can return the favor and drive you home.
Oh, I'm sure she'd be glad to.
Here we go, Mrs. Dent.
Thank you, Dr. Molar. Oh, Ivan dear, you're here.
Yes, Polly.
I can't talk too well, but my face is still numb.
Are you ready to leave now?
Quite. Dr. Molar, this is my friend, Iva Payne. Iva, Dr. D. Payne Molar.
Doctor?
Pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Payne.
Yes, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Nurse Kane made an appointment for me to have a cavity filled.
Splendid. Ha! Another victim. Or has Nova already told you that? We'll give you the very best care, Mrs. Payne.
I have no doubt everybody speaks so highly of you. Come, my Model T's parked right outside. I'll give you right home.
Don't forget your coat and purse.
Here, let me help you.
And here's your special gift with our compliments. We always give our patients a tin of our very own tooth powder. It's Dr. Molar's own mixture. Be sure to brush after every meal.
I always knew Nurse Payne has such a pleasant taste.
1 o'clock tomorrow, Mrs. Payne.
I'll be here.
Any problems?
It was like taking candy from a baby. The gold crowns popped off clean as a whistle, and the replacements made of fool's gold and pyrite went right in their safe place. They'll never know we made the substitution.
And neither will any other dentist who examines her teeth. Your fake gold crowns are a work of genius.
And she's gonna need to see another dentist soon enough to get more teeth crowned, especially when she uses that tooth powder made with confectioner sugar you gave her. There'll be a quiz after the performance. When's the next patient due?
Denny Fritz has an appointment in about 10 minutes.
And how many gold teeth does he have?
4. Oh, he has a mouth like a mine shaft.
Splendid! Then I shall prepare to go prospecting. I'm going to put these little gold crowns in the safe while I'm at it. You prepare the nitrous oxide to knock out Mr. Prince when he arrives.
Yes, doctor. We have almost enough gold crowns to melt down into another gold bar.
Well, I suspect a lot of my patients come to see me just to get another whiff of the giggle gas. Idiots!
I suppose our patients might as well have a good time while we rob them blind.
Oh, I'm so happy I found you, my dear. Your heart is as numb as a patient's gum.
Oh, decay, 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 decay.
That's me, DK Molar, rotten to the core. Later, my pet, we have work to do.
Yes, of course.
The nitrous oxide, shoo, shoo.
Excuse me?
Yes, do you need to make an appointment?
Oh, no, my teeth are perfect. I'm Flossie Daly. I'm here in response to the advertisement in the paper for the receptionist position.
Oh, yes, we've been expecting you. Dr. Bridges sent a glowing letter of recommendation on your behalf.
How kind. Dr. Bridges was such a wonderful dentist to work for. He deserves a long and happy retirement.
No doubt. Well, Miss Daly, Dr. Molar has decided to hire you. Can you start immediately?
Oh, yes.
Fine. I'm the doctor's assistant, Nurse Kane. I must prepare for our next patient, Denny Fritz. You can let me know when he arrives. The coat closet is there. Dr. Molar's busy in his workroom. He'll be out shortly and will, I'm sure, explain your duties fully when he has time.
Yes, Miss Kate.
Carry on then.
Yes, Miss Kate.
Oh, Miss Daly, there is one thing that you must never forget. The doctor's workroom is private. No one is allowed in there except for Dr. Molar and me. That includes you.
I understand, Nurse Kane.
Good.
How fortunate I am to have secured employment with Dr. Molar so soon after my former employer, Dr. Bridges, retired. Life in a big city is not easy for a young working girl all on her own. Dr. Molar's office? Yes. It looks like he has an appointment available around 2:15. Your name, please. Miss Flo Ride. We'll see you this afternoon, Miss Flo Ride. An appointment? How fortuitous. Now I can show Dr. Molar how efficient I am.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Oh, what a heavenly beauty this young woman is. My pulse is throbbing like a rotten tooth. I think I've fallen in love.
What a handsome young man this dentist is. My head is spinning like a drill top. I think I'm falling in love. How can I help you, Doctor?
They choose. Phil, they choose. I have an office above Dr. Molar's. I'm a dentist as well. And you are?
I'm Flossie Daly. I am Dr. Molar's receptionist.
Lucky him. That I've been so fortunate to hire such an angel. And Flossie, you must call me Phil.
Phil. What a strong, noble name. What can I do for you, Phil?
Her name was Flossie. Her very name caressed my lips like a kiss. Flossie, I seem to have exhausted my supply of dental powder, which I give to all my patients to promote good dental hygiene habits, as well as my painkillers. I'm not expecting these deliveries till this afternoon, so I was hoping Dr. Molar would lend some until I receive those.
Well, I think he's got some over here in the desk. Let me check.
Oh,
Here.
thank you. Oh, I see Dr. Molar makes his own. How enterprising. Of course, I'll have to sample it before I pass it on to my customers. I'm always interested in the newest advances of others in my field.
How conscientious of you. But if you'll excuse me, I will check with Nurse Kane about those painkillers.
Oh, sure. She's as graceful as a cloud floating on a blue summer sky. I will not be content till I've won her heart, and the rest of her as well. Flossie, I was wondering if you would happen to...
Yes, Miss Daly.
Nurse Kane, this is Dr. DeTooth. He's from the dental office on floor above.
Well, hello, Dr. DeTooth. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine, Miss Kane.
Oh, not all, I assure you, Doctor. Is there anything I can do for you? some. After all, those of us in the dental profession must stick together, shouldn't we?
Yes, we
I would be happy to
work
keep you
together.
company while you get the painkillers and cane.
Yes, I'm sure that you would. I shan't wait a moment. Now, you'll owe me a favor, Bill. This handsome young dentist is as good as mine.
I had no idea she could be so forward.
Well, she was rather forceful, but some men might find the manner rather provocative, but myself, I prefer young women who are sweet and gentle and who behave like ladies, like you, Flossie.
You do?
Yes. And I was wondering if you happen to be free tonight, I was hoping you would accompany me to dinner and then to a slide lecture at the Medical Association building. Dr. Noah Blott is giving a presentation on the newest treatments of gum disease, gum rot, pyorrhea, and trench mouth.
That sounds great. I'd love to.
Oh, then perhaps I can pick you up here after work.
Oh, that should work. I don't know how late I'll be here.
Here you are, Bill.
Thank you.
Shouldn't you answer the phone?
It's not ringing.
It will, eventually.
Yes, Nurse Kate.
So, tell me about yourself, Phil.
Well, I can keep myself rather busy at work and at gym.
Please call me Nova.
Nova. I'll admit, Dr. Molar seems to attract a lot of patients requiring fellows, but I keep myself busy with gold ground.
Oh, how wonderful! Oh, just imagine how much gold passes between these hands every day and into our pockets.
Yes, I suppose so, but speaking of gold crown, I have a patient due any minute. I'd hate to keep Mr. Biden waiting, so you'll excuse me.
I'll make certain to become better acquainted with the dashing doctor did too. What DK doesn't know won't hurt him. Miss Daly, find the file for Denny Fritz, which contains his x-rays, and bring it into the office. It's in the file cabinet.
Yes, Nurse Kate. Whatever you say, Nurse Kate. You know, I bet if your x-rays are in this file, they resemble a barracuda.
Ah, Nova, you are correct. We have almost enough gold nuggets to go into the melting pot.
I beg your pardon?
Gadzooks, you're not Nova. And you are?
I'm Flossie Daly, your new receptionist, and you must be Dr. Molar.
Miss Daly, yes. I forgot that you were to arrive this morning. I am indeed Dr. D.K. Molar.
Thank you for hiring me, Dr. Molar.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine, Flossie.
Nurse Kate said you'd want this.
Ah, yes, Mr. Fritz's file.
You were mentioning something about nuggets?
Oh, that doesn't concern you, my dear. You kindly put this into the exam room for me.
Yes, doctor.
Young Flossie is quite fetching. I shall have to add her name to my list of conquests before I leave this town. What Nova doesn't know won't hurt her or me.
I must thank you for accepting my invitation. I haven't had this pleasant of an evening in years. It's because you were with me, Flossie.
Oh, Phil.
Flossie, I know we've only known each other about a few hours, but I must confess my feelings towards you. Ever since I laid eyes on you about 9:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I knew I found the woman of my dreams and I fell head over heels in love with you. My only hope is that one day, Flossie Daly, you consent to become Flossie Day 2.
No, I must also admit that I was too struck by Cupid's arrow about 9:06 a.m. And I would be happy to, and maybe someday be mother to your baby tattoos.
Oh joy, then my life is complete. Let us seal our betrothal with a kiss.
You have made me the happiest girl in the world.
And you have made me the happiest dentist. Come, we don't want to be late for the trolley.
Oh, that's not necessary. For I feel like I could fly on the wings of love to my humble abode.
And I, to my humble will, of course. But I fear it may be quite some time before we're able to exchange our vows in front of the preacher. You see, ever since your employer, Dr. Molar, opened his practice, he has lured many patients away from myself and my other colleagues. Sure, we still do our fair share of gold crowns, but many still insist that he do their fillings.
I have noticed his appointment book is quite full.
Well, his method of putting his patients to sleep before the procedure, it is painless, but me and my colleagues believe that one should only administer nitrous oxide sparingly, not just to fill a tooth. If it's used improperly, it can be highly dangerous. Sure, his practices are legal, but it puts the patient at unnecessary risk.
That's shameful. And I must admit that after only one day in his employ, I must admit there's something that he and Mr. Kane are up to.
If Dr. Molar is up to no good, then his devious dealings need to be exposed. But how?
Well, perhaps I could.
Oh, no. I fear if that workroom contains a nefarious secret that Dr. Molar will guard it at all costs. Spying on him now would be highly dangerous.
Well, if he were to catch me in his workroom, what could he do? Your office is directly above. His office is in a public place. If I would scream, a dozen good-hearted people would rush to my rescue.
I know, but still, seeing you in that danger would just chill my heart. Now that I've found you, my love.
Well, fear not, my dears. If the opportunity should present itself, I'm going to take it. But I will take no unnecessary risk. If it only means that we can be wed all the sooner.
Oh, well, as long as you promise to be careful then.
I promise.
You know, we probably should get to the trolley. I haven't heard. Sorry for a minute there. I thought I was hearing wedding bells. Come here, Flossie. We have plans to make.
Yes. To lunch. That's where she went.
She'll be back
Oh, wait, I don't want to take a nap. You need to, and not a moment too soon.
Yeah, but turn the gas off, Nova. It's leaking into the room.
This is better than a party!
Shut up and bring this. She's asleep. Turn off the gas.
I'm trying to! Oh, there!
Finally.
I'll open a window. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Children have such nasty laughs. They don't giggle like a schoolgirl. She's completely numbed and sedated.
Good, then I better get to work. Here, you go get the fake crowns out of the safe. I'm gonna pop off these real ones. While I'm at it, I'll slip a filling into a bad tube.
Right. DK, do you forgive me for the mix-up with the gas?
Oh, sure, my dear. No harm was done.
Then prove it.
As you wish. Villain's work is never done.
Thanks. I needed that.
Consider it a down payment, my dear. There's more to come for later.
I might take you up on that.
Nova's kisses will have to do until I can manage to steal some from the lovely young Flossie. But until then, Mrs. Payne awaits, and there is gold in them there teeth. That's more like it.
You startled me!
Likewise, you dropped something.
Oh, no, I'll get them. They're, beads. Yes, from a necklace. It broke, and Dr. Molar said he'd fix it for me.
I see.
There. Now, doctor, is there, anything I can, do for you?
Yes, you can.
Oh, what is it that you'd like me to do?
I borrowed that yesterday. Sorry my delivery didn't come until this morning.
Oh, that's quite all right. Anytime you need a...
Nova, hurry up and get the...
Coming! I'm sorry. I'd love to stay and chat, but we're with the
Yep,
patient.
Dr. Moore needs your assistance.
Yes, well, if you'll excuse me.
Hello, guys.
Nurse Kane, Nova. I was hoping Flossie would be here.
Miss Daly? She's at lunch. I trust you can let yourself out.
Things sure got chilly in here. Now, what was Dr. Molar wanting you to bring him, I wonder?
Voices. These strange voices.
Oh, hi there, lace. Loose lace, I'm tying a loose lace.
Hello, Dr. Disuse. This is Polly Dent, Dr. Muller's patient.
Oh, nice to meet you, Mrs. Dent.
Doctor, do you by chance treat patients with your voices? Strange voices?
No, I'm a dentist, but Dr. Leon Couch, down the hall, he's a great psychologist.
Psychologist? Maybe. If...
How long has she been acting like this?
Since lunch. What are you doing here?
I came to return the painkillers. I gave them to Nurse Kane. What are you looking for?
Tooth marks.
I managed to avoid her this time, but she was acting highly suspicious. And then she... perhaps I should take you home after work and we can talk then.
Good idea.
And please convey my thanks to Dr. Molar. Good day, Miss Daly.
Good day, doctor.
No. No, I didn't know that. Are you sure? The price of Sylvelli's is what? Why are you giving me a farm report? I'm not a farmer. I'm a housewife who's going out of her mind. I can't stand this anymore.
Can't stand what? Mrs. Dent, what's the matter?
The voices!
I don't know. Has she been drinking?
Of course not. There. It's going away. The music is going away and no more voices.
Why don't we have you take a seat over here, Mrs. Dent? What can we do for her?
I don't know. We must try and help the poor woman. Or charge admission to watch when she throws another fit. Have you heard these voices before, Mrs. Dent?
No. Yes. I don't know. They did sound vaguely familiar. I'm so worried. My feet are killing me and I don't even like to square dance.
Maybe you should make an appointment with your primary physician and have him check you out from head to toe.
Thank you, my dear. What a good suggestion. I'll do that.
There we go. That wasn't so bad. Now water it.
No, Doctor.
The feeling will come back soon enough, although I wouldn't recommend having soup for lunch.
Yes, Doctor. Holy Theo, are you all right? You look awfully pale.
I just had the strangest experience. I'll tell you about it on the way home. I still feel a little wobbly.
If you ask me, she's completely unbalanced.
No, but will you give these ladies a ride down to their car?
Me? Why can't Miss Daly?
Because you're a trained nurse. If Mrs. Dent should become dizzy and fall down the stairs and break every bone in her body, you could take her temperature.
Oh my. Break every bone?
Oh, that's just a precaution, Mrs. Dent. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Very well. Come, ladies.
Oh, Mrs. Payne, don't forget your sample of my very own tooth powder.
Thank you.
Make sure you use it after every meal.
I promise I will. Good day, Dr. Molar.
Good day, Mrs. Payne. Good day, Mrs. Dent. Mrs. Dent, good day.
Was that you? I thought the voices. Good day, doctor.
I won't be long.
I'm so worried about Mrs. Dent. She was acting so strange.
Don't worry about them, my dear. Let me help you with your pad. Ow!
Dr. Molar, really?
No need to be upset, Flossie. I was just being friendly.
Friendly? I am not your friend. I am your employee, and I expect to be treated as such with respect. And I'd like you to put my hat back where it belongs.
Yes. You're a very attractive young woman, Flossie. Maybe we can work out some sort of fringe benefit.
I know what kind of fringe benefit you're talking about. And I'm not interested in saying all that for women like Nurse Kane. I'm a big girl and I expect to stay that way.
I can be very generous, Flossie. Think it over.
There is nothing to take over. If this is what is required to work here, then I'll turn in my resignation right now.
Ooh, don't be hasty. There's no need for that.
Good. Then let's consider the subject closed.
If I can't win her over with words, then one sniff of giggle gas, I'll have my way with her.
You have another appointment coming in soon. The Army Officer Captain Two-Fees.
Ah, yes, Captain Two-Fees. I'll go prepare the silver for his fillings, and while I'm in there, I need to, put something in the safe.
I'll get his file.
I told her to take Captain Toofy's x-rays into your office. And when I came back in later, she was nosing about the equipment.
So she can look all she wants, but I keep the gold crowns and the pyrite in the safe. There's nothing she can find in there.
Well, true, but she has been eyeing your workroom door suspiciously.
Well, unless she develops x-ray vision, there's nothing she can find. There's only one key to that room, and I give it to no one but you.
Well, make sure you keep it safe.
Well, of course, my dear, but if she should stumble onto a little secret, you know what they say, curiosity killed the cat.
What? You mean?
I will let nobody incriminate us, Flossie. Do I make myself understood? Nobody.
Yes, perfectly. And if it should come to that, I'll do whatever is necessary to help. Especially if that bothersome girl is involved.
Now let's not talk any more of it, my dear. Let's go have a nice light supper, and then I'll see you home.
The more I think about Dr. Molar, the more I worry about you being in his employ, my dearest.
Hopefully I won't be for too much longer. I feel we're on the verge to discovering his closely kept secret.
I've already made one startling discovery. That dental powder you gave me earlier, I sampled it, and it tasted extremely sweet. So I analyzed it, and I found out it was comprised of a foaming agent and confectioner's sugar.
Sugar? But sugar promotes tooth decay.
Exactly. No wonder Dr. Molar has so many people requiring fillings. He's the cause of their cavities.
But it must go deeper than just mere decay. Though his fees for the service are virtually low and much lower than my previous employer charged, it's not enough to make a living. And
He's a villain, all right. I can't even afford those prices like that, but he's got to be luring his patients to his office by some other method then, but what? You said Dr. Molar refuses to crown any of his patients' teeth.
that's right, he sends them to other dentists like you.
Yeah, today when I encountered Nurse King coming out of the workroom, I startled her and she dropped 3 gold objects on the ground. She said they were just beads from a necklace, but she seemed pretty upset that I'd seen them. I only got a little glimpse at them, but they looked a lot like gold crowns.
Wouldn't surprise me if she plucked them out of the patient's mouth while they were asleep.
Well, that would explain why they put their patients to sleep, but how could they steal the crown? I mean, anyone would know their crown was missing. One drink of cold water would be through the roof. I don't suppose any of Dr. Molar's patients have had any complaints after they've been treated?
Well, no complaints, but Mrs. Dent!
The lady that I met this morning who was hearing voices?
Yes, during lunch she started to hear voices. And then after you left, she started to hear music and dancing all over the place.
Dancing?
Yeah, like this.
Amazing.
You should have seen her. She was like a chicken with St. Vitus's dance.
Oh, the rheumatic fever rumba. Wait a minute, she was hearing music as well as voices?
Yeah. Is she losing her mind?
I don't think so, but was she fine before lunch?
Perfectly normal.
Well, what'd she have to eat?
A fruit plate. Apples, oranges, grapefruit.
I haven't. I should have thought of this before, Flossie. I know what's wrong with her.
You do what?
Yes, I read about the phenomenon in a medical journal. Several years ago, when they were using steel rather than silver to do their fillings for patients' mouth, a patient was complaining of hearing voices in his head. A brilliant doctor realized that this all occurred when he had eaten a tomato. The tomato acid reacted with the patient's body chemistry, thus causing his tooth to act like a radio receiver. The poor fella actually thought he was hearing voices from his tooth.
And that must be what's happening to Mrs. Dent. She said someone was giving her a farm report.
Then Dr. Molar is filling his patient's teeth with steel rather than silver. That doesn't make any sense. Dental grade silver is very inexpensive.
But he isn't. When I was in his exam room, I saw that the melting
some other method, but what and how?
Well, whatever the method, we'll figure it out. We're so close, Phil. I can feel it.
And a few more pieces and the puzzle will be complete.
And those pieces are inside Dr. Molar's safe. And I know the combination to it.
You do? How?
Well, earlier, he was in his workroom and left his door open, and I saw him turn the dial to 16, 4, and 22.
Oh, what a brilliant young woman I've fallen in love with.
When he is busy with a patient, I will sneak into the workroom, somehow finding a key, and I'll sneak into his safe. Once I find out what's in the safe, I'll give you a call, and we'll expose them for what they really are.
And if Dr. Moore is under some underhanded scheme, we'll call the authorities and have him put in prison.
And their safe.
Well, of course, an unscrupulous nurse as well.
Well, then that settles it. Tomorrow, we will expose them for what they truly are tomorrow.
And then we can be together forever. I already know one wedding gift I'm going to buy you, my dear.
And what is that?
A new hat. Bitty, bitty, tiny new hat. Come here, Flossie, let me take you home.
Dr. Molar, am I late?
Oh, no, my dear. You are right on time. Nova and I arrived a little early.
I see.
Oh, here, my dear. Let me help you with your coat. On second thought, I need to prepare the silver for today's fillings. She can take her own coat off. That girl has a right hand like a sledgehammer.
If only you would forget, but just for a few moments, to leave the key in the lock. You get a quick look at what hides behind that locked door.
So, you've arrived.
Yes, precisely on time. Is there anything you would like me to do for you?
Yes, hold your breath for a couple of hours. Find the file for Seymour Gum and put it in the office. He's due for a filling this morning.
Yes, sir. Dental tidy? What in the world would Dr. Molar need with dental tidy? Whatever the reason, this is just what I need to get entrance into the workroom.
Melt this burrito down for me, dear.
The silver? Yes, doctor.
The file you wanted is on the table in there. Dr. Molar,
Yes.
I was thinking about what you said about us becoming better acquainted.
Yes. Could it be my charm has finally worn down for resistance?
I was thinking maybe we could be, say, closer.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Women! I'll never understand them, even if I live to be 40. Flossie, there seems to have been a misunderstanding. I thought you said something about becoming friendly?
Well, I did say something like that, but I didn't mean that you should be all
don't give me that. How could you kiss that silly flibberty gibbet behind my back? After all I've done for you, why, if it wasn't for me, you'd never been able to get
Nova!
off.
Keep your voice down. Let me explain.
Let's hear it, and it better be good.
Shh, keep your voice down. I'll explain.
I'm warning you, Buster. If I don't buy your explanation, I'll get out my syringe, and I'll numb your lips for good. Why, when I get through with you, you could kiss a walrus and not even feel it.
All right, all right. It's a walrus. In here.
Support. I need to speak with Dr. DeTue's office, please. Hello, I need to speak with Phil. Yes, it's urgent. Phil, it's Flossie. Yes, well, when I was in his exam room, I found some dental putty, and yes, I don't know what he needed a dental putty here. Well, I found the dental putty, and I was able to get a key, and I made an impression of the key in the dental putty. And when they weren't looking, I was able to fill it with silver, and when it hardens, I'll get a key, and I can get it in the workroom, and yes, I know, I'll be careful. Okay, well, when I find out what's in his safe, I'll give you a call, and I'll let you know. Okay. I love you too. Yes. Goodbye.
Hussy!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, Nova, we agreed to let bygones be bygones. There's no need to make a scene.
Hide us!
The voices! Somebody stop the voices! Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Look what that horrible man did to Polly!
Who?
Dr. Couch, the psychologist down the hallway. Polly went to her about the voices. She's hearing voices again.
So I gathered.
Music! Now there's music again too! She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes!
I think she's already gone round the bend. Restrain her.
Yes, doctor.
Oh, dear.
The doctor wants to knock her away. She's troubled, but she's not crazy. Can't you help her?
Me? What can I do?
Your knife is onside. Did you give her something to calm her down until somebody can help her?
Well, I suppose so. Bring her in here.
Gotta dance! Gotta sing! Gotta screw loose!
Flossie, call Mrs. Dent's husband. He's gonna have to come down here and deal with this.
If you have a telephone directory, I can find Mr. Dent's work number.
That is not necessary. I know what's wrong with her.
You do?
Yes, and I know someone that can help her. Dr. DeTude.
Dr. DeTude, that fine dentist I met here yesterday? How can he?
Yes, that's him. There's no time to explain, but I promise you she is not crazy and she can be helped.
Oh, thank goodness.
Can you run upstairs and get him? It's just one flight up.
One flight up. I'll hurry.
Hurry.
All right.
Miss Daly? Maybe she went downstairs to get Mr. Dent to show him up to my office when he arrives. Nova, I noticed you did melt down enough silver to fill a baby too.
I don't know what you mean. I melted the same amount down I do every morning.
Well, whatever happened, it must have all evaporated. Maybe you turned the heat up too hot. Whatever the case, we need another loan.
Hey, where
Sorry about that.
You should be.
Dr. DeTooth, that master's dentist said that you can help my friend Polly.
I can, but I need you to do something for me first.
Anything.
Call the police and tell them to come immediately.
The police? Polly needs someone to kill her, not arrest her.
They're not for Paul. They're for Dr. Molar. He has a reason for her condition. It's time his devious dealings are exposed like the root of a bad tooth.
Dr. Molar?
Yes, now, use my office upstairs. It's gonna get pretty hairy in here once I confront the devious dentist.
Oh dear.
Now, run upstairs and call.
Are you serious?
Upstairs.
Oh, I wish I would have worn more comfortable shoes.
Flossie?
Phil?
Oh, Miss Kane, Nova. I was hoping Flossie would be here.
Well, she isn't in there. It's locked. No one's allowed in the doctor's workroom. I have no idea where Miss Daly went.
Oh, I see.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go in there. The doctor needs another supply of silver.
Nova. Has anyone told you how attractive you are?
What?
I just can't help myself.
Oh, doctor, you swept me off my feet.
Well, that's kind of the idea. What's in here?
A closet.
Perfect. All we need is a few or a lot of privacy.
Oh, Phil. Oh, darling. Oh, hey, what are you doing? I don't understand. Oh, yeah, stop her.
I were occupied for a while. Flossie.
Phil, thank goodness you're here. I found what we were looking for. Inside Dr. Molar's safe is a box full of gold crowns and a dozen gold bars. And I know he melted down himself because there's also a pot ribbon in gold and a multiple bars.
That low lying thief stealing his patients' crowns right from under their noses. But what could he be replacing them with?
Here, I found this lump of steel and this. It looks like gold, but
It can't be. It's not the right weight or consistency. I think it's a block of wood-painted gold. Oh, I know. It's pyrite. Fool's gold. Dr. Molar has been replacing his patients' gold crowns with fool's gold and mixing it with steel for strength. Ingenious.
and that has got to be what's happening to Mrs. Dent. Every time she's having acidic foods, she picks up the radio signal.
Exactly. So now we just...
Nova, where's the...
Dr. DeTooth!
So you're still here, Dr. DeTooth. Where's Nurse Kane and Mrs. Payne?
Oh, Mrs. Payne, she went down to Dr. Couch's office to check on Mrs. Dent.
And, Nurse Kane, she's, in your workroom.
Really? How'd she get in without the key?
I called the police. I got his direct number. Oh!
Might need to kiss you later.
Your kissing days are over. Wrong pocket, son. Go nitrous oxide. When breathed in sufficient quantities, it can be fatal. We're going to take these 3, tie them up with rope from my workroom, and put them in there with Mrs. Dent. Then they'll be... What Nova doesn't know is she'll be joining the others. I travel light.
Look, if you all have a problem here, I'll leave you and let you discuss it.
Stay where you are.
I don't care if every tooth in my head falls out, I'm never, ever going to another dentist again.
Miss Payne, you can't let your one experience with a bad dentist stop you from following a good dental hygiene plan.
Will you cut your chin?
You're disgracing the profession.
Oh, so soon, man.
The train nozzles open wide! The gas is spread rapidly!
He's gonna kill us.
I know!
It's working.
I don't know, we're gonna find out! Maybe the gas was a good idea!
Lord amazing job, so everyone give him a hand.
Just really quick, there's a couple people that I need to thank. Dennis Ryan was the one in charge of doing all of our set build-up and stuff. Him and Rusty came in on a Saturday and knocked the whole thing out. Jessica, my wife, Monique, Shannon, Dvorak, Rusty, they all painted everything for us. A bunch of you contributed props, everything, so thank you all for that. Thank these guys, they did an amazing job. I told them from the beginning to be as ridiculous as possible, and when it was too much, I was going to pull them back. But I just kept, no, do it more, bigger, more ridiculous, be funnier. No, that's perfect, do it more now. So they were awesome to work with, so it was a lot of fun. So thank you everybody, enjoy some amazing cupcakes, and come back for the second act. Who plans it anyway?